Hey, it's Elizabeth with the Weekly Tasting, and
I'm Laura.
And we are here to talk to you about corked wine. Now, corked wine is a very interesting phenomenon. It happens in wines generally that have natural cork, although that's not always the case. And it creates a flavor of just completely muted fruit or a nasty kind of overlay of wet dog, wet basement, wet cardboard, old potpourri. And so we've got two bottles here. One's corked and one's not. And we're going to talk to you a little bit about it. So
yeah, and if I could just add, I would say like it's not a bad thing. It's not the end of the world. If you taste corked wine, a lot of people don't necessarily know right away that a wine is corked, but it just tastes slightly off. Like for me, if it's really corked, it's apples kind of skin or smells like a damp basement.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a teeny bit corked, it's almost like having a donut with a big hole in the middle. You might have a beginning and you have an end, but you have nothing that's like following through in the mid palate is what I would say.
It's very sad because it's like a perfectly good wine and then, you know there's something a little off about it. There's something a little wrong about it.
Yeah, and when in doubt, just throw it out. If it's ours, of course, Weekly Tasting takes back everything. No questions asked. Just send it back. It's kind of cool to try side by side, so that's what we're gonna do. We have one corked wine and one perfect bottle, and Elizabeth will taste hers, I'll taste mine, we'll tell you all about them.
Absolutely. And I think one important thing to talk about is just what exactly is corked, because it has to do with a substance called TCA, which can get into both the cork of the bottle, but then also can live on the pallets that they ship the wine in, on the cardboard boxes, eventually on the walls of the winery. And once it happens, the winery has to do a complete remediation and clean it up. But it's not necessarily the fault of the producer. You can't write off a whole category of wine because one has a cork bottle, and sometimes it's just that particular cork. So it's important just to know what it is and to know it's not like a health and human safety issue. You're not gonna die if you have bad wine.
I would be dead a long time ago.
We all would be dead a long time ago in this business. Anyway, all right, let's try these.
So with my wine, I don't know which one is corked because we just grabbed them after we were selecting wines and we were just like, oh, this one is corked, and now I just mixed them up. So
yeah.
See this one?
Mine's the nasty one.
Mine's the good one, at least the first bottle I poured.
So what mine smells like is old potpourri. It smells like, where's the fruit? There's like no meat here. Now, generally speaking, like I've got a Rosso di Montalcino and it does tend to be earthy, but that's not to be confused with having nothing like you were talking about. This is not terribly corked, but it's like that donut hole thing. There's something missing here that I know should be there. And this one could be a little bit harder to detect, but I'm certainly not gonna drink it because it's a little nasty.
Mine is fresh, it's vibrant, it's like deep dark plums and red plums, black plums, lots of, finish, mid palate, length, just tastes complex like the way the wine should. Yum. But I know that my other one was way, way, way corked. So I'll give you those descriptions and then turn it over to you for your good bottle. This is the bad one. I don't know if I'm gonna taste it, but I will smell it again. It's just like, literally it smells like chlorine. It's almost, you smell it in the air as soon as you pop the bottle. It's kind of like, wow, I wonder if something's wrong. And sometimes you can smell the corked wine and sometimes you can't smell it, but you can taste it. So again, it's just like something to keep your mind on. But yeah, I'm not gonna taste this.
Yeah, and mine is, here like comes the passion of Italy, this awesome Rosso di Montalcino where, I get the dark fruit, but I get earth. I get a lot of more complexity that was just gone out of the first wine. So again, these bottles a little bit harder to tell because we're not talking about deep dark fruit, but you can just tell something slightly off. And when you have them side by side, it's a great exercise to do. So that's our lesson on corked wine. Hope you learned something, and we will see you on our next video blog.